Hi guys, this is just a quick video. It's with regards to Liverpool and Everton's 213th Merseyside derby today. It was as spiky a match as you'd see. You know, you're probably not going to see a match like that over the whole season, and it just goes to show that Liverpool and Everton over the last number of years has been getting more aggressive, and it's getting a little bit bitter between both teams. They always had a healthy rivalry between both sets of fans. The stadiums are only down the road from each other, and since probably the 70s or 80s it hasn't really got out of hand, but in the last number of years it's been getting very spiky, and whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, that's open to debate. Bad points, probably people say, look, someone's probably going to get injured. You know, the fans are getting very aggressive towards each other as well. The players in the pitch are not actually helping out when they're coming in two-footed challenges and getting clocking up the cards and really giving it their all. And from the plus point of view, fans are looking at it and they're saying, well, at least the players are showing passion, at least the fans are showing passion, at least the fans are showing that it actually means something to them, and that they can be proud of their team, that they're going out and actually giving it their all, and they're not going to bottle it on the big stage. I remember a couple of years ago when Liverpool got to the Champions League final, and I could see Everton fans, actually, it was on Sky Sports News, and I got a few friends up in Liverpool as well who support both teams, and back then it was a slightly healthy rivalry. But you remember Liverpool fans were looking on at Everton fans actually holding up red banners outside their door, supporting Liverpool in the Champions League final. I remember thinking you'd never get that between Celtic and Rangers, or you'd never get that between Arsenal and Spurs or any other team like that. But I guarantee you, if Liverpool got to just say they got to the Europa League final this season, I don't think you're going to see Everton fans holding up the banners this year. That's just saying the least for it. Well, on the match itself, it was an absolute fantastic match, especially for the neutral. I loved it. I thought it was full of everything that you associate with Liverpool Football Club and Everton Football Club with, and that was just passion. It was absolute raw passion, and it was spiky at times, but it was exactly what I expected to see. I thought Everton were going to give it their all, especially looking for revenge for that 2-0 defeat that they suffered earlier in the season to the hands of Liverpool, and they've done exactly that. There was a couple of tackles that were actually over the top as well. Kariakis and Fellaini came in on each other, and both of them were as bad as each other. Kariakis came in with the 2 feet, and he was gone anyways. That was for sure. He was getting sent off. But what Liverpool fans actually have a right to complain about it is that Fellaini never got a red card, regardless of him being injured or not, because he came in with his foot up high and he could have absolutely turned the knee off Kariakis. Arteta came on for Fellaini, and he made a good account of himself. He's only coming back from injury, and he done pretty well. He's a top class performer, and he gives it his all as well. And I think Everton have got a decent team. I really do. I think they got a good midfield, and they got a great morale within their squad, and I think they're going to go far. It's only their first defeat in 9 games or 11 games or something like that, and that just shows that they're really starting to come on with each other, and there's no harm. Anything can happen in a derby. Well, Liverpool as well, they've been showing that they're on flying form. They haven't conceded a goal in, I think, 5 games. They've won a hatful of games now, and they're really pushing on. It looks like Benitez could be right with his promise that they're coming back in for a Champions League place, and that he promised them we would get the 4th place, and it looks like that could be happening right now with the form that they're in. And they've got a couple of matches coming up that are really important. Arsenal away next week. That's a huge match for them. The last thing Liverpool need to happen to them is to go and to bottle it, or not show up on the day and end up getting a drubbing. And they could, the last thing they need is the morale going back down again at this part of the season. I don't think they will. I think they're going to go to the Emirates full of confidence. They're playing well, and they're playing like the Liverpool that we know they can play like. The goal came on 55 minutes, and it was from probably the man of the match and the man of the day, and that was Derek Cout. He really stood up and he performed today when he had to. He played a good match, and he scored a worthy goal off his contribution to the game today. He deserved it as well. Whether that was a deserving scoreline is another thing. Both teams played very well. Everton had a possession. Both had 3 shots on targets, and both teams, if they took their chances, could have won it. It wasn't over till it was over, but at the last couple of the last 15-20 minutes, you could see Liverpool were happy enough to sit back and protect their lead, not take any stupid risks, and just hit Everton on the counter attack. And they've done it to a great a great account of themselves. They played the counter-attacking football the way they should be played, and they set back in front of the goal the way you should do it. I find Liverpool a little bit shaky at times on set pieces, because I think this zonal marking with them, they're 100% zonal marking, and the ball can go anywhere, and sometimes the players are left standing in the places that they have assigned to themselves. They're not going to get to the ball in time, and they could concede a goal. But they dealt with all the trouble that they had to deal with today, and they done well. And it wasn't over till it was over as well, because Yakubu came very close late on, and Reina had to pull off a great save, and that could have been 1-1. Apart from that, I think it was a fantastic match, and definitely I want to get the fans' point of view. How do you feel about it? Liverpool fans, where do you go from here? Is it fourth place and roll on right now? Are you still a little bit cautious, and you think, look, maybe things are not going to actually, they're not going as great as what we think they're going? I don't think any Liverpool fans are going to say that. I think you're all going to be delighted with the way things are going right now. And Everton fans, you're just going to put this to the back of your minds and say, look, it was a derby match. Anything can happen. Derby matches are like cup finals. Everyone's going to go out and give it their best, and you just came off second best today, and that's the way it is. It happens sometimes, and it happened to you today. Are you happy enough with the way your team is going, with the likes of Landon Donovan playing? He's playing good. He's a great player, and I wouldn't be surprised if I see David Moyes actually going to keep him permanently. Are you happy enough with your squad and the way things are going, and where do you expect to finish? Is it top 6 for you? Would you be arrogant enough to say that you can actually compete for top 4, or would you be just casual enough to say that we're going to finish in top 8? And that's it really. And rival fans as well, how do you feel about both teams coming up to play? Liverpool, Arsenal fans, how do you feel about Liverpool coming to play us in the Emirates next week? Are you worried? Are you confident? And Everton fans, but your opponents, how are they going to feel about you coming to them? Are you confident going to your next few grounds? And that's really it. Thanks very much for watching, and any of you guys that haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe, and don't forget to rate and share as well with all your friends, okay? Thanks.